Hi guys, it's Max here with dartsreviews.tv in association with dartsplanet.tv. We've got some lovely looking Loxley darts for you today. This is the Mustang Darts. Really interesting looking grip looking through this window. The box itself looks nice with all the horses and everything. Be really smart if it was the Mustang, the car. I love that car, but the horses are really smart as well. I haven't been horse riding in years. What I think we'll do is we'll go and head on over to the table. We'll have a closer look at the darts. Okay, so we're over at the table and we've got some Loxley darts. We've got the Mustang and we've got the 23 gram. Lovely images of Mustangs here with the lightning and the clouds and the trees and everything behind. These are 90% tungsten, and you've got the window here showing the dart setup and the Mustang, so like on the flights as well. Over on the back we got some information here from Loxley and showing who it was designed by, which is Ryan O'Connor, and some follow me information for all their media stuff. Obviously barcode as well showing it there. So let's get the darts out, have a closer look. Got a standard white EVA foam insert, doing what it needs to, stopping the darts flying about in the box. Obviously the flights there with the images of the Mustangs, and the actual dart itself is quite striking with the sort of like staggered red and silver and obviously black stem. So let's get one out, have a closer look. So starting at the front, we've got a slightly shorter looking black coated point. Adds a bit more grip into the board from the standard silver, and then we have this ringed ball nose right at the very front, which has two of like this reddish pinkish inlay. The actual ring sections are slightly wider, and then we go into this quite different looking grip section at the front half of the dart. You have like a fairly deep groove, and then it steps up to a slightly higher groove with this highest part in the silver, which is, I can't really describe it. There's nothing really that sort of describes it other than sort of like a helixy sort of pattern, I suppose, where it's slightly wider and then thinner, but it tapers going through. Adds a really nice grippy section, because at the widest point it's got like a stepped down groove in between those ring sections. In the mid section we have a fairly wide smooth section with the Loxley logo, and then at the back we have a three area where we have a slightly concaved groove in amongst these micro rings. Then we have that front grip section in the middle, and then we go back into that sort of like micro ring section with the conical grooves at the back. Then it slightly tapers going into the Loxley stem. Grip at the back is quite grippy with that micro ring. I can feel it catching on like the little grooves in amongst my fingerprint. The midsection of that back area, because I'd say it's three rings with that quite unique stepped down groove pattern in the middle. I can feel it with my finger and thumb just on the wider sections, and then obviously at the front it's exactly the same sort of grip pattern, but it looks slightly different because either side it looks like it steps inwards rather than where this one steps outwards with a square cut groove. Measurements on this are 52.5 millimeters in length and only 6.25 millimeters wide, so a nice thin dart, gives really good grouping, and being parallel center weighted as well. Plenty of grip areas to choose from. Myself, I'm going to be sort of like throwing from this section at the back, but as you know, I don't get on the greatest with grippy darts, so it's going to be interesting to see how we get on. So let's head on over to the board and we'll have a throw. Okay, so we're over in the dart room and we've got the Loxley Mustang edition darts. Really nice looking dart. I'm liking the sort of like colour tone. Flights with the Mustangs on, really pretty. The grip though at the back is that micro grip, and for me it actually feels really grippy, which was a bit shocking. So might have to make a few adjustments just so I can get used to them, and then we'll go into our practice routine. So let's see how we get on. Oh, a little bit wild, they're definitely wobbling. There we go, making the adjustment. See if we can follow that up. That was an 81. There we go, nice straight steady 60. I can definitely feel my thumb catching on it just ever so slightly, which makes me feel like I'm going to pull it, but they're going nice and straight, which is good. So let's go straight into our 201 practice routine. Game on. There we go, nice steady ton, we like a good ton. Left ourselves 101. Got all the big numbers, 49, left ourselves 52. Oh, didn't mean to hit the double there, that's throwing me a little bit. Left ourselves 28. And there we go in 3 darts. Threw myself a little bit, hitting the double instead of the single. Did pull it a little bit. Surprisingly, these are a lot grippier than I thought they were going to be. That micro grip at the back, I could feel myself catching on it quite a lot. So yeah, let's go have a final thought. Well, I was a little bit shocked with this. I was hoping to do a lot better. When I initially looked at this, I didn't think they were going to be as grippy as they were. But with that extra sort of like wide ringed, extra milled section in the middle of those rings at the back, it gave a really sort of like square edge that gave a big pull or push point depending on how you throw. I'm actually going to give it a grip rating of 3.5. I wasn't expecting it to be as grippy as it was, but even though it was grippy, I got a nice consistent flight through the air. Obviously plenty of different grip areas on there as well, and depending on how you grip, it might vary ever so slightly. The weights, we've got the 23 grams, sorry, and it comes in 22, 23 and 24. Goes up in 1 gram increments. It's something I do like. It makes it easier to hone into your own throw and your own setup. Obviously you can change about the flights and the stem and everything just to zero it in just that little bit more as well. Price point is £69.95. That's about average now for a 90% tungsten dart. It's right there, especially with the prices of everything nowadays. You could easily spend more for the dart that's got all of this extra milling and the coatings, but it is a very interesting dart, and I think a lot of people are really going to like this. It's not just to look at, but to throw as well. If you've got a set, or you're looking to get a set, or you've got any questions or anything, head on down into the comment section. I do try to get back to you all. I have been a little bit absent, but I am getting back into it, so hopefully I can reply to you and answer all your questions. Make sure you head on over to dartsreviews.tv and dartsplanet.tv. Lots of stuff on there, articles, reviews, competitions, all sorts. Something whether you've got 5 minutes or half an hour to pass the time. As always, make sure you tick subscribe and tick the notification bell. Lots of stuff coming up in the future, not just reviews, but there's other stuff as well. And as always, come back, check us out again soon. Bye.